The chessboard of the Flavians. Facts brought to you by Never Suppressed Publishing. They always say life is like a game of chess, not checkers, chess. Because in chess, every piece has meaning. Every move has weight. The king sits still. The queen moves with power. The bishop twists the board with faith. The rook breaks walls. The knight leaps unpredictably, and the pawns march forward. Sacrifice without ever knowing the full game. Now picture the first century, Rome on one side of the board, the Jews on the other. The Jews waited for a Messiah with a sword to tear down Caesar's throne, but Rome moved first, and they rewrote the game. The fortress walls had fallen. Joseph ben Mattatyahu, priest, rebel, son of Israel, stood in chains before the Roman general Vespasian. To save his life, he spoke a prophecy: you will be emperor. And when it came true, his life was spared, but his name was taken. He was reborn as Titus Flavius Josephus. From that day, his loyalty no longer belonged to his people, but to Rome. The king was Vespasian, unmoved, crowned, secure. The rook was his son Titus. He stormed Jerusalem. He burned the temple in 70 CE. He left the city in ruins so no Messiah could rise again. The bishop was Josephus, once a priest of Israel, now a bishop for Rome. He baptized propaganda into history. His words praised the empire and rewrote the faith of his own people. The knights were the legions, unpredictable, ruthless, enforcing Caesar's will, and the pawns were the masses, Jews and Gentiles alike. Move forward, one square at a time, sacrifice without knowing the real game. The Jews had waited for a Messiah with a sword, but the Flavians gave him a Messiah with sermons. While zealots sharpened their blades in the hills, a voice in the gospel said, render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. While rebels raised their swords, the gospel said, put your sword back in its place, for all who take the sword shall perish by the sword. While Rome forced men to carry their packs, the gospel said, if anyone compels you to walk 1 mile, go with him 2. And while Judea prayed for a throne in Jerusalem, the gospel said, my kingdom is not of this world. A Messiah who calmed revolt instead of igniting it. A Messiah who told the poor to wait for heaven while bowing to Caesar on earth. This was not the Messiah of prophecy. This was the Messiah of empire. Josephus himself wrote echoes of the tale. 3 men crucified, 2 dead, 1 survives. History and gospel walk in the same shadowed road. Coincidence? Or the bishop's pen shaping the Christ for Caesar? The temple was gone, the warrior Messiah silenced, and the pawns were told a new story, that obedience was holy, that Caesar's tax was God's will, that the kingdom would come later, not here, not now. And the board is still set, the kings still rule, the rooks still crush walls, the bishops still preach obedience, and the pawns still march. The question is not whether the game was played. The question is, when will the pawns see the board?